Welcome to Nostalgic Necro, and today in the arena we are playing this awesome Skeletons deck. I'll tell you the story behind today's video, but before we jump in, if you've been enjoying the content on this channel, do hit the subscribe button, and it really helps me out, and also that way you'll be notified as soon as the next video drops. But I'll tell you what happened. So yesterday I played that Rakdos Reanimator list and I did okay with it, and I saw at the end that I was kind of like 3 or 2 notches away from Mythic, and I thought to myself, let me just sit down and just quickly get to Mythic. And you know, as it always happens, things don't go to plan in the arena. I played a couple more games with that Rakdos Reanimator, 1-1, lost 1, 1-1, lost 1, just couldn't do it. Then I switched up to the Azorius Enchantment deck that has been doing very well for me. Also couldn't do it, 1-1, lost 1, 1-1, lost 1. And then I also switched to the Gruul Delirium deck that was very successful for me. And again, I just couldn't do it, 1-1, lost 1. Some of it was my own misplays, bad luck, I don't know what it was. In the end, I kind of just ended up deranking back to Diamond Tier 1, the bottom of it. And so I thought to myself, let me do this. Let me go into Untapped and find someone who's recently hit Mythic with a deck that's got an insanely high win rate based on, a reasonable number of games. And I found this list. It's got an incredible 89% win rate based off 44 games. That is crazy. Now, I know that 44 games is not a lot, it's not crazy. Like, you can't really use that to gauge the true win rate of a deck. You need about 500 games to do that. But nevertheless, 44 is not nothing. So when I saw that, I was pretty impressed with it, and I thought, let's try it out. So the concept for today's video is, if we just copy this very high win rate deck that someone else got to Mythic with, can we replicate the results? We're going to find out in the arena today if that is possible for us or not. And this deck is pretty stock standard in terms of what it's doing. It's a Skeletons deck, so it's got a lot of the usual suspects, but it does do some interesting things. So let's just talk about it quickly. For the Skeletons package, we have Forsaken Miner, Tiny Bones, and we have the Case of the Stash Skeleton, and then of course Corpses of the Lost. This is the whole engine for this deck, giving all our skeletons a buff, and also the haste. So that's very, very important. Control have a lot of problems dealing with this because now all your stuff has haste. Then for other creatures, you have Cecil. Very cool card, very good for an aggro deck, and also it can become a life linker, so it can sort of keep you in the game in a mirror match against other aggro decks, or not necessarily skeletons, but even against mono red or something like that, because now you've got a source of life gain. And then we have the Sunset Saboteur, very good card, especially if you can keep your opponent's board clean. Very good against control because they don't play creatures, and this deck has a lot of removal, so you can keep the board clean. And then a very powerful card, also the Timeline Culler, gives control opponents a lot of problems because it's got haste, and you can get it back from the graveyard and play it from warp. So the control players really struggle to sort of deal with this card. So that's the creature package. And then we also have a removal package. I'll talk about the Flawless Faithful in a second. That's the other creature. But for removal, we have Tragic Trajectory. Very robust, right? We have Tragic Trajectory. We have the Strategic Betrayal, Shoot the Sheriff, and Feed the Swarms to take out enchantments. With the Betrayal, we have a way of dealing with the graveyard. And I think it's a very robust removal package. There's some interesting synergies as well. For example, the Pylons, it lets you surveil. I was wondering why this card is in here, but I think the reason is so that you can surveil, put a permanent into your graveyard, and then use that to buff up the Tragic Trajectory with the Void ability. And of course, the other way to do that is with the Timeline Colors warp ability. And then this is the other card here that's interesting. I've never seen it before. Flawless Faithful. When this creature enters, destroy up to one either target creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage this turn, its controller draws a card. So I think this is a very interesting addition to the deck. It kind of has two purposes. You can use it to kill your opponent's stuff, maybe after combat, because then it's been dealt damage, but also if your opponent's tapped out and you just need to squeeze in that last bit of damage, you can bring this down, kill your opponent's stuff. They're tapped out anyway, so they can't get the benefit of the cards that they drew, and then you go in for the kill. But it also can be used to kill your own stuff and draw cards. Very interesting. You can obviously kill your color because you can get it back from the graveyard. You can kill your own Forsaken Miner, because that way you can get it back when you commit a crime, for example, with a Strategic Betrayal or one of your other removal spells, get it back from the graveyard. And of course, if you have Corpses of the Lost, it has haste as well, so it comes back and really swings for a lot of damage. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. And as always, I may be the Nostalgic Necro, but I'm putting my nostalgia aside because I want to find out. Dragonstedt had an 89% win rate based off 44 games. They got to Mythic with this deck. Can we repeat that same feat? Let's find out in the arena today. Okay, so man, I'm just going through this phase where nothing feels right. Everything that I try is just not really working, and I'm just not able to do it. So I just found this deck. Someone had an insane success with it. We are going to try and replicate it. We're going to try and replicate it. If we have as much success as Dragonstedt, we are going to be at Mythic at the end of this video. But let's be honest here, it probably will not be the case, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Red. Hate red. Okay. Max pressure. Max pressure. Next turn we can surveil. Maybe we can find that Corpses of the Lost. Okay, okay. So, start with the pylons. See if we can find something good. Oof. Is a creature, but I don't think we keep that. Now, oh yeah, so okay, it doesn't get the tragic trajectory going. It's got to be a non-land permanent. So I guess we strategic betrayal. Okay. Attack in here. Down to 12. Man, corpses would be so awesome. Let's top deck that corpses. Come on. Vivi. Oh, that is so lucky because, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a... The void ability is if a permanent left the battlefield or was warped. So, we warp you so that we can take out Vivi. Okay, that's pretty lucky indeed. Hit the opponent here. Opponent's on 4. We've got presenting 6 damage next turn and another 2 with a color. I think this is good. I think our situation is good. Can Jakato get away out of this? They can't. Okay, we managed to get that first win here. Woof. Okay, okay, we can do this. We can do this. Okay, first win there. Let's keep going. Come on, baby. Give me on the play. On the play. I need that luck. We're not on the play. Opponent goes first. Wow, do you keep a hand like this? You got corpses on turn 3. Got a surveil. I mean, we'll keep it, but if it's not a creature-based deck, we're just dead. We're hoping that we'll see green. That's what we want to see right now. Green, maybe red. Keep them at bay until we hit these corpses. We do see green. That is good. And my general rule of thumb is if you got a lot of removal, it's okay to take out the elves. That's kind of how I think about it. Let's start with a surveil. Feed the swarm. I don't think we say no to removal. We just keep taking all the removal we can. Let's use this. Because it takes it out now, and this gets around all their hexproof, right? So the only thing I would like right now is I'd like some black mana. Opponent doesn't have a creature. That's so good. Okay, so I think we just go straight for the corpses play. We can actually also go for Tiny Bones and start taking their stuff. We'll get Tiny Bones down later. Let's start the corpses going. And cracks the escape tunnel. So now our Tiny Bones, you know, it comes down with haste, it's buffed up, it's pretty good. Opponent's eyeing this. What do they got here? They search for the Hydra. Oof, okay, this is really good for us. We're going to go Tiny Bones. We're going to attack in here. We're going to take some of their stuff. Ooh, opponents hate it when you take their stuff. We'll take Bristly Bull. It's better, right? Yeah, we'll take that. Got a Bristly Bull. We got Strategic Betrayal now to deal with anything that they have, that even if they're holding up the hexproof. So opponent's really not gonna like us here. Put a 1/1 counter on you. I don't think it really matters too much. Strategic Betrayal. It exiles the graveyard. Let me just think. We could go for Feed the Swarm, but they could have the protection, so I don't think it's worth it. We'll just do this. Okay, that's a little bit of a non-bow. I didn't think about that. And end the turn. And opponent's going to be struggling a lot here. And yeah, I think this deck is going to have a very favorable match against the mono green Landfall deck. We have so much removal. Strategic Betrayal gets around all of their, you know, hexproof stuff. So yeah. Okay, let's go. We're first. Yes. Okay, we're first. I love that. This is a pretty good hand. Actually, we've got turn 1 Cecil, turn 2 removal, turn 3 corpses. I like this. I like this a lot. We'll go for the pylons, I think. Don't look at bats. Let's go for the pylons here. See what we find. Don't need land. Attack with the Cecil. This can also take out an enchantment, right? Yeah, okay. Good to keep that in mind. We can take out this Leyline of Hope if we want to. Let's see what comes down now. Sanctifier. Okay, so opponent's going more wide here. Do we just shoot the Sheriff, the Bat? I guess so. Maybe I should take out the Sanctifier. Yeah, the Sanctifier is actually more of a problem, I guess. But I think we'll just start putting them under pressure here. Gonna want to draw a lot more removal. It's got 3 cards in hand. Yeah, we really want to hit this removal. Okay, we got the answer for Ajani at least. Okay, the miner's great. Let's get this down. That way we have another 3/3 that's also a skeleton next turn. We do this. We feed the swarm, take out the Ajani. I'd love to take out this Leyline of Hope, and now Cecil will flip. So that's a very important synergy with this deck. Next turn we're getting in for a hell of a lot of damage. They have an Essence Channeler. They can't attack. They are gaining a lot of life though. Do they have Sheltered by Ghosts? Oh, I don't have Sheltered by Ghosts. Come on. Oh, is that last card Sheltered by Ghosts? I think if it was, we would have seen it by now. We draw another Corpses of the Lost. How good is that? It's probably very good. We could also power up the Sanctuary. But let's just think about it. 3, 6, 10, 14. It wouldn't be lethal. Wouldn't be lethal, so I guess we just do this and try outpace them. This thing gives everything indestructible, so they can't really block it. I think this is better. I think I'm happy with this. Oh, right, because we also get another skeleton, right. Oh, and everything's indestructible, that's so cool. And we have lifelink, that's awesome. Okay, opponent can block this. They get to put the counters on something else, but they lose the Essence Channeler. I think we'll take back one of the Corpses of the Lost as well, just so we have more gas for next turn. Or do we just... we'll take it, we'll take it. We'll keep the other one around. Okay, what can opponent follow up with yet? Better be good for them. Another Essence Channeler. Oof, okay. They are fighting right to the end here. I think we might be okay. We're going to be presenting a lot of damage next turn. We have this Flawless Faithful. I'm actually not sure what this is in the deck for. It says, when this creature enters, destroy up to one other target creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage this turn, its controller draws 2 cards. So are we presenting lethal here? 3, 6. I think we're just presenting... Yeah, we're just doing this. But my point is, I'm wondering whether this is for taking out also your own creatures, maybe? So that you can draw cards. Okay, opponent scoops! Oh boy, it's working, it's working! It's working, baby! Getting closer to that mythic, but I've learned you do not celebrate until you hit it, because man oh man, it can turn around very, very quickly in the arena. Okay, right now Dragonstedt certainly seems like they're onto something. We go first. This is a great hand. We go with the miner first, I think. Next turn we can either double color Oh boy, okay, it looks like it could be Control here. So what's the best line to play against them? They could have Star Cage, which means we want these in the graveyard. Okay, I think we'll just go for the case here. Try to pump out as much damage next turn, and then try hit them with the... Ooh, Sunset Saboteur is actually pretty good. I think we're just hoping they don't have Star Cage here. Star Cage would be pretty bad in this spot. No more lies, that's okay. I want to try and hit them with these guys for damage, sort of from the, you know, when they're not able to respond to it very well. Let's do this. We'll play around the no more lies. Play around that normal lies, is my thinking here. And play around a sweeper. I think opponents got that no more lies because they were eyeing this color. Opponent seems to have something. They're trying to figure out what they want to do right now. What are they thinking about so deeply here? They got Get Lost, I think. They're trying to figure out which of these creatures they want to take out. they're all so bad. This comes back from the graveyard. This solves the case. Okay, I guess we will put it on you because you're dying at the end of turn anyways. Land. Strategic Betrayal, no. Don't really need that against Control. End the turn, yeah. I'm expecting the Day of Judgment. If it's Day of Judgment, we can actually fetch the... We can use the case to fetch the Corpses of the Lost. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, opponent's not interested in letting us do that. 4 mana here. Do we just go and apply max pressure with the colors? Let's just apply max pressure here with the haste, and then we can try force them into the sweeper. I like being able to get this back from the graveyard, so I'm just happy to do this right now. If they've got the... Oh, they've got the Restless Anchorage. I actually didn't see that. It's okay. And it's down to 2. I think we'll just kill this while we can. Get them down to only 3 lands. Oof, okay, our situation is looking pretty good. Opponent scoops! Hell yeah, baby. I'm telling you what, man. I'm telling you what. Can we do it? 1 game away here. Okay, I'm nervous. I've never caught a Mythic climb on camera. Can we do it? Probably not. You know, I'm very pessimistic. I always know in the arena you're so close and yet so far. But we're gonna try. Okay, come on. Give me the plague. Let me be on the play. Oh, opponent's on the play. Damn it. But it's a good hand. We're not on the play, but it's a good hand. I think on the play, this is such an insane hand. Okay, well, let's see what happens. We'll go for Cecil. We have no removal. That's the only downside of this hand. Okay, opponent is slow. Okay, we get the Strategic Betrayal. That's pretty good here. Go for the Cecil. Max damage over time, and a trick that I learned from Mythic Mike, by the way. If possible, get your skeletons down after corpses, because then they have haste. So it sort of just maximizes your damage output. Obviously, sometimes you got to get the tiny bones down, you know, early on turn 1 or something like that, but ideally, that is what we want to be doing. Green. Is this Landfall? It's not Landfall, it's Golgari. Would be a tough matchup for us, actually. I think we're gonna be okay, though. Do we have a good matchup against Golgari Midrange? Which is what I think this is right now. Okay, so just to point out, I think one of the reasons the pylons are here is because you want to be able to put something in the bin for tragic trajectory. So I think I'm actually going to hold on to it. We've got a lot to do, and this could be valuable in terms of allowing us to take out something that we otherwise wouldn't be able to kill it easily. So I think I'm happy to hold on to it one more turn here. Attack here with a 2-3. Does opponent burn removal on this? They are thinking about it for sure. Cecil hits. Sunset Saboteur. Now if this can just survive, now if they're a creature deck and they start playing creatures, we're in a very good spot because they're going to struggle to kill this. It's got ward. And we got lots of ways to kill their creatures. So let's hope that they bring down our creature right now so we can start pumping damage. It's kind of my hope. Opponent scoops! And wow, I tell you what guys, prior to recording this video, I've been sitting around trying a bunch of different things to hit Mythic, and I just couldn't do it. I tried Azorius Enchantments, I tried, yeah, I'm happy. I tried Gruul Delirium, just nothing was working out for me. And then I saw this deck, I said, I'm just going to give it a go. It worked for someone else, maybe it'll work for me. And there we go, baby. We hit Mythic. Very, very good run. There's something about this deck. It's just very strong and well suited to the current meta. Okay, well, I tell you what, I was about to go to sleep, but then I realized this video is very short. These games are very short with this deck. So we're just going to play games in Mythic. We are playing in Mythic now, baby. We're in the big leagues now. Heavyweight division. Let's see if this deck can perform with the big boys. Sunset Saboteur. Attack. Now, we just want opponent to play creatures, right? Because creatures mean we can just kill their stuff and that'll be fantastic. Please play a creature, my friend. Oh, it's this deck. Not great, but not terrible. Okay, Feed the Swarm is going to be important if they have the Star Cage. When this creature enters, destroy up to one other target creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage this turn, its controller draws a card. I'm gonna try this. I think this is here to kill your own mana. That's what I think it's in here for, because it lets us draw 2 cards. And that's pretty good, right? Because now if opponents Star Cages, they don't get our mana anymore. That's fantastic, right? And then we just drew 2 cards. And we can get the mana back when we use Feed the Swarm. It's fantastic. I think it's one of the reasons it's there. You know, I think it's a multiple utility creature, but very cool card to include in a deck like this. I've never seen this before. And I think opponent might be in a little bit of trouble here. They're going to need that Star Cage, and we have the Feed the Swarm to deal with that. Oh, they play a tapped land. I do not like their chances from here. So we just go for the max damage with the corpses, I think. They can put a stun counter on a tapped creature. I think the Star Cage will probably be coming down next turn, but Corpses gives our Skelly haste, so we can actually deal with that problem, I think. Let's see what they go for here. Sunpearl Kieran, it's bounce. Okay, I did not anticipate that. Did not anticipate it at all. They get to draw cards. They take out this thing. They're down to 4. We don't need to return this to our hand. I think we've got plenty of stuff to do. Plenty of stuff to do. Next turn we can bring back the Miner. So I'm pretty happy with our current situation. Star Cage. Oh, I had a feeling they had that Star Cage. Okay. Okay. They're down to 2. They play Authority of Consoles. Oh, nice. They found the perfect card to deal with this terrible situation that they're in. But actually, we're fine because we can just feed the swarm and take out... Oh, Starcage is an artifact. Why did I think I could kill it? Okay, we're fine because we just take out this thing. And we do this. Oh, but it comes in tap. Right. Okay. So we don't actually get the value, the benefit right now. I'd love to descend now, actually. I wish I had taken this back to my hand. Okay, that's a little bit of a pity, actually. A little bit of a pity. This doesn't take out the Starcage. I forgot it's an artifact. Okay, our situation is not bad. I do wish I had taken the corpses back to my hand now, though. Opponent? What is this opponent up to? What is this deck? Okay. But they don't have Starcage now. That's important. They're on 3, so we're presenting lethal. Do they tap out here? They don't. Okay, we can commit a crime with this. I think it's worth it, right? Can't commit a crime in any other way. Let's try this. Try get this Forsaken Miner back. Hope that the opponent doesn't have instant speed into action. If they do, we can actually take back corpses, so that's pretty good. And it's got something. Oh man, this miner is so pesky for opponents. Okay, they hit Sunpearl Kieran. They have to block the miner. They get to take this Excruciator back to their hand. That is fine for us. This time we will take it back. We will learn from our mistake last time. Let's apply all that pressure on them. They play a creature, we can do this and also get the miner back. So I'm hoping that they play something we can target with Feed the Swarm or the Tragic Trajectory. They play a Relic. Relic is an artifact, right? Okay, we can't take that out. Please play a creature. Yes, they play with a Pixie. That's really good for us. I think with that they're going to be in trouble. They might have another land, so they could have interaction, but I think it's going to be too much for them. It's going to be... Yeah, okay, so we're going to do this. Let's get the... Yeah. We do this. Tragic Trajectory this. Get back the miner. Woof, okay, well, this deck can also win in Mythic. That's very, very cool. And man, I don't know, this deck has something to it right now. It's just, it wins. I don't know what's going on. Okay, man, are we ever going to lose with this deck? I don't know, man. Right now it just feels like it's very, very smooth. Opponent goes first and we don't draw land. This could be our first loss, of course. We're going to mull. We're on the draw. That's certainly not a good start by any means. We'll win a land here. Okay, let's see how robust this deck is. Can it win from this very tricky situation? Marauding Mako. Yeah, let's just kill this now. Try to get it back later with Tiny Bones. It's a very good target for Tiny Bones if we can hit it. If they play the follow-up, which they always have. Okay, they got Agatha only. That's actually pretty good for us. So, I think we're going to go for Tiny Bones and try to take this Marauding Mako from the graveyard. Oh, we can't because Agatha will always, in response, take something. So then let's just go for most max damage, right? Yeah, Tiny Bones just became pretty useless here because they can always take their own stuff with the Agatha. Okay. Opponent's got 3 lands here. Do they have Vivi? They don't. Opponent's kind of struggling here as well a little bit, to be honest. Like, our situation is not amazing, but neither is theirs, to be honest. So we could draw 2, so we can either go for pickpocket or we just kill our own color and draw 2. I think I like killing our color and drawing 2 cards here. Opponent takes it. We play this All is Faithful. Certainly a very interesting card. Goodbye, color. Oh wait, oops, I forgot. Agatha can take it from the okay, Agatha can take it from the graveyard. Forgot about that. Whoops. Okay. Let's see if we can get them to tap Agatha. We can actually corpses. No, we don't have enough mana. Okay. Opponent draws, discards. Do they have Vivi? That'll be bad. Okay, I definitely messed up there with the play. I didn't realize that they could take... I forgot that they could take the color. Very unfortunate. So, I think we are going to start with Tragic Trajectory here. Just kill this thing right now. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm messing up so badly. They can put a 1/1 counter with the Soul Cauldron. Okay. I think I got a little bit lax after doing very well with the getting to Mythic. I've let my guard down. Ah man. Okay. I'm sorry. We're still gonna try though. We're not giving up. But that's a huge mistake. Oh, they got Spell Pierce? Okay. Well done to the opponent. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the first loss there. I was on the draw, I mulled, and then I made some very clear mistakes with the Agatha. It happens, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? And then opponent had the perfect card, because if we got this Corpses of the Lost Land, I think we might have been able to win despite some of my mistakes. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Okay, let's try concentrate from here on in. I'm not giving up. Never give up. I do think we have a pretty favorable matchup against this deck, actually. I don't think it's too bad. Okay, they get Vivi now as well, wow. At least this thing is tapped. If we draw removal, if we draw Strategic Betrayal, could still win maybe? Oh right, they do, this is just a 0 mana ability, so... Oh boy. I still think if we top deck Strategic Betrayal, we might be okay. Oh, not now. Now they got 2 creatures. Oh, man. Yeah, I messed up pretty badly in this one, huh? Do we just good game the opponent now? I think we can't come back from this. I made too many mistakes, and they got Delirium now. They got a 5/5 in the air. They got the Eidetic Memory. Well done, opponent. You were the first person to beat this deck, but I tell you what, it's not the designer's fault. I think it's my fault. I did not play very well there. Happens in the arena. Sometimes you have a bit of a lapse of concentration. And, did I have fun in this game? Yeah, sure, why not? Because I did get to Mythic, and I'm pretty happy with that achievement. I tell you what, I've been struggling a lot before shooting this video, trying to get to Mythic with various things, and this deck just worked very well for me. So highly recommend it if you are trying to do that. It worked very well for me. It worked very well for the creators. So yeah, go for it. And yeah, it's a very fun deck to play as well, and can really overwhelm opponents. And it's got a lot of answers, a lot of removal, a lot of stuff to get stuff back from the graveyard, which is difficult for Control to deal with. So yeah, highly recommend it. Welcome back. I put my nostalgia aside because I was really curious to see what would happen if we took this insanely high win rate deck from Dragonstedt and try to get to Mythic with it. And ooh boy, we managed to do it. I was very relieved. I'll be honest, it's a bit of a weird thing for me. On the one hand, getting to Mythic, I don't feel like that should be the most important thing in the world. And it's certainly, whether I'm doing content creation or just playing for fun, I don't like putting that at the top of my priority list, because at the end of the day, I want to just have fun in the arena, and if I don't hit Mythic, I don't hit Mythic. But it's also like a nice bonus, and it kind of gives you like an objective target to aim for every season. So it's pretty cool that way, because I do want to win, and I think we all want to become better Magic players. And you know, one way that you can actually gauge your skill is whether, it's not the only way, because like I always say, you can be playing off meta decks and stuff like that, but certainly one way of gauging your skill is whether you do hit Mythic or not. So it always feels good to sort of do that, and then sort of say, okay, mission complete. Now you can start really playing that janky stuff. You don't have to worry about deranking or anything like that. Now, I was thinking a little bit about this deck after playing it, because I was kind of surprised by how well it did for me. I expected it to be decent, but I kind of thought that Dragonstedt probably just went on a very lucky run. I didn't expect it to be as good. And the more I played it, the more I felt like this deck is really, really good. And I was trying to figure out why. And I think the reason is actually very simple. It's very good against control and aggro. And that's mostly what you're going to be coming up against in best of one. In aggro matchups, you have so much removal with the strategic betrayal, shoot the sheriff, feed the swarms, tragic trajectory, that you can just, like, for example, like mono green Landfall is going to struggle so hard against this deck because you have so much removal, and the strategic betrayal also gets around their hexproof, so they're going to have a huge problem with it. But then this deck is also very good against control, because they don't like it when stuff has haste, and Corpses of the Lost gives your skeletons haste, the Timeline Culler has haste, and they also don't like it when you get recursion. You saw in that one control game, they hated that situation. They could have either killed the Forsaken Miner, they don't want to kill that because that comes back from the graveyard. They could have killed the, you know, skeleton from the case of the Stat Skeleton, that's what they ended up killing, but they don't want to do that either. Or they can kill the color, and that comes back from the graveyard. So it's such a, you kind of put them between a rock and a hard place with this deck, where all their targeted removal kind of sucks. And then, unless they have exile removal, obviously, and then their sweepers are also not very useful, because, you know, they sweep the board, but you can just commit a crime, get the Forsaken Miner back, get the Timeline Culler back, and also don't forget the Timeline Culler can also work around the Star Cage, because just don't, if you think your opponent might be playing Star Cage, try to not hard cast this, get it back from Warp or the graveyard, and just keep hitting your opponent. And then I was very impressed and surprised with the Faller's Faithful. This card is very good in this deck. I don't think we ever used it to take out an opponent's creature, but I was more than happy to use it to kill my own Forsaken Miner and the Timeline Culler. Obviously, in that last game, I made a misplay. If your opponent has something like Agatha, that's not going to work very well for you. But in general, this is a very good card just to give you additional gas. And it's a creature, so it synergizes really well with the rest of this deck. You just get in for combat, kill your own stuff, draw 2 cards, and anyways next turn you can hopefully, if you have the Corpses of the Lost down, get back your Miner, and it's got haste, and of course the color always has haste. So just a very good synergistic card there. I was very impressed with this deck, and it does seem to be very strong. I don't think it's just luck. Obviously the true win rate will not be 89% over 500 games, but I'm very confident that you can rank up with this deck. So if you want to try something new, give it a shot. I had a lot of success with it. It got me all the way to Mythic. Now it's time to celebrate, get out the champagne. Very, very cool. I'm very happy with it. But you know, tomorrow will be another day in the arena, and we're gonna have to grind up and see if we can do even better and get up that Mythic. But we're also gonna be trying to do some creative stuff, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, do hit the subscribe button, because there will be more un-nostalgic Necro coming soon.